Hi, Taurus. Welcome to your January through June 2024 tarot reading. The way that we do these readings, we will have all of the major arcana and the 4 aces in this deck, and we'll get a theme for each month, January through June. And then we will go through with another deck of tarot and clarify all of the themes. So let's see what's going on. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You can watch this for all of these for your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some years, I think we resonate with one of our placements more than another. So I'm going to shuffle this one more time. And we will start picking. So, Taurus, for January, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Nice. For February, we have the Hermit. For March, we have the Star. For April, we have the Moon. Interesting. April is eclipse season. So there's that. For May, we have the Emperor. And for June, we have the Fool. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Some of you are starting a new business, it feels like, or yeah, feels like you're either starting a new business or you're starting a new, I feel like you're starting something on your own that you're in charge of. That's what I feel like is happening in the first 6 months of the year. And I think at the beginning of the year, you're trying to I feel like the Ace of Pentacles is establishing something. It feels like an opportunity for, or like resources to establish something for you. The moon during eclipse season sounds about right. Like, I would not be surprised if you have no idea what's going on during eclipse season. But we also have the Star here. So I feel like what you're doing, the choices you're making, the journey you're traveling for the first 6 months of 2024 are right on path with the journey, with your soul's journey. The star always makes me feel like this is what our soul wants us to do, right? Like, this is the direction our soul wants us to do. So let's check it out. Ace of Pentacles for January. I'm going to give this deck a shuffle real quick. That's funny. I cut the deck and we had the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So that was a nice little premonition omen there. So Ace of Pentacles for January. So I feel like for some of you, this means that you're procuring funds. For some of you, you may have to ask for funds. And for some of you, you may find that you are having to utilize your resources more often, but you're getting a return from it. Even if you're utilizing a lot of resources, you're still going to get a return from it. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles for Taurus. All right. So dealing with a water sign. Could be a Scorpio energy. We have the moon here also. We have the King of Cups. It could be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer energy. We have the moon, so it could be Cancer or really just any of them, to be quite honest. And then the 7 of Cups. I feel like you don't really know what to do about this person. I feel like, honestly, I want to say you've been investing in this person. I feel like you've been investing in this water sign. I feel like and I'm feel like you're not even really sure what to do with them. I also want to say that you may have to ask a water sign for some help, and you're not really sure if you want to. Yeah, there's definitely like, I want more from this. Like, this is not really something that um there may even be, excuse me, I'm recovering from laryngitis. Hold on. Excuse me. Okay. Um, a warm drink. That helped. Okay. Three of Wands on the King of Cups. You're really looking, there's this, there, like, I feel like you want more from this King of Cups, and I feel like, um, you're just waiting for it. I feel like you're waiting for this King of Cups to show up for you. The Three of Wands is a lot about our ships, or, waiting for our ships to come in. And I feel like that's what you're doing with this King of Cups. He's the ship. You're waiting for him to come in. And the Chariot with the moon. And I feel like something is moving forward with that. I don't know if you're moving away. I don't know if, it's like the Chariot with the moon. I'm not even sure if you know, right? But I feel like, because these are both major arcana, so like we really want to pay attention to them. These are kind of like, hey, look at me, pay attention to what I'm saying. And I feel like that even if you don't really know, even if you're confused, right? The Seven of Cups is over here. Even if you're confused, you still have to keep going. You still have to keep moving forward, and you still have to keep making decisions. And to be quite honest, one of those decisions, you have to still keep thinking in the bigger picture. Even if you don't know what to do about part of it, not allowing yourself to be stagnant. You have the Seven of Pentacles here on the Seven of Cups. I feel like something makes me feel like that if you moved on from this person, that would clear space for you to bring something else into fruition. But that's absolutely, like, you will have to figure that one out for yourself, for sure. Okay. All right. So for February, let me just move that down here. February, we have the Hermit. The Hermit is Virgo energy, so you could be dealing with a Virgo. That water sign could also be a Virgo. But the Hermit is also about, doing the journey without really knowing where you're going, or having a lot of answers, or, just, you're kind of figuring it out along the way, and you're having to be, you're doing it in the dark. So you're having to be really smart about it. The Hermit takes that journey up the mountain to get his information directly from source, and then comes back down the mountain, and then uses that information to help other people, whether he's telling other people or utilizing it to be of service. But it's a journey, right? It's a journey to source. It's a journey to yourself. Let's see here. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. And we have the, oh, nice, Ace. I was like, please do not let this be a terrible card. Ace of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. They came out together, so we're going to keep them as a pair. The Three of Cups is not, I don't go directly to a third party situation unless the other cards are showing me that I need to. And also, third party situations don't have to be like cheating on someone. It can also be like work can be a third party situation, any kind of addiction or any kind of like doing something that's getting in the middle of your relationship, third party situation. The Queen of Swords makes me feel like this is you. And a lot it is because there's this big ass bull here with sitting next to the Queen of Swords, like guarding her. So I feel like the Queen of Swords is you in this deck a lot of times. And so I feel like you're very determined. I feel like there is this necessary shift. Something makes me feel like you're having a reunion with someone or you're coming together with people, and that's almost shifting things for you in February. The Ace of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. The Ace of Cups is the self-care card for me. Yes, it can mean there's a new relationship there or there's a resurrecting of a relationship that's happening with that Wheel of Fortune there. And that could be the reunion. Like maybe, you're don't really know what to do about your partner in January, but then in February, all of a sudden things start to shift. And a lot of that, I feel like that shift in a lot of ways is because you started focusing on yourself. And you're like, I got to get back to myself. I got to figure out myself. I got to figure out what's going on with me. And you did kind of take a moment to hermit and bring yourself, kind of pull yourself back together. But I also feel like um, even if this isn't a relationship, that shift that you need in order to come back from, anything really is going to be centering yourself and coming back to yourself and giving back to yourself what you would prefer other people to give to you sometimes. So, Queen of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Ace of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like, I'm going to say this, you guys, and, some of you can get mad at me if you want to. I feel like this is a cycle for you with this person. Don't hurt me. I feel like this is a cycle for you, and I feel like it is something where you break up and then you get back together and then you break up and then you get back together and then you break up and then you get back together. And I feel like I want you to stop doing this to yourself. For some of you, that's what the case is. Knight of Cups on the Queen of Swords. I feel like that water sign or whoever it is, there's someone is coming towards you in February. Could be because it's Valentine's Day. I got to tell you guys though, Chiron will be conjunct the North Node in Aries for the entire month of February. So we will all be wearing our wounds on our sleeves for the entire month of February. So Valentine's Day, I mean, like, it could be a really great time to heal ourselves. It could be a really great time to heal the world. I, sort of feel like because it's the warrior, right? It's Aries that everyone's sort of going to be standing up for themselves a lot. The Devil, this is where I think it's the cycle. The Devil on the Three of Cups. The Devil, whew, the Devil on the Three of Cups. And, I don't really use the word karma loosely. I'm not really much of a karma person because I don't believe that we hold on to karma because I don't believe karma is lessons. I think karma is just like what happens, it's like the reaction that happens to all the choices that we make in life. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that is consequences or lessons or I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. So I don't really like to use the word because I'm not really an expert on it. I have my own questions. But with the Devil, we know Saturn is in, there. And Saturn is going to have you go through that lesson over and over and over again until you figure it out. And I feel like this person is a lesson for you and you just keep holding on to it, right? So we've got the Four of Pentacles on the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups, and that Four of Pentacles is kind of stubborn. It's very Taurus energy, and it's kind of stubborn. So this sort of feels like you go through a cycle with this person, and so things are now on the upswing, and it feels like, and it may even be the reason why you keep cycling with this person is because you need to learn the lesson, right? Like maybe one of these cycles, it's time for you to recognize what that lesson is. And you probably know what it is. You're just not really willing to admit it to yourself. Oh, I have an itch on my foot. That's so annoying. Yeah, sometimes we just can't admit to ourselves when we have a lesson that we need to learn and to just do it, right? So I feel like with that Four of Pentacles that it just, you're sort of comfortable. You're comfortable in this phase, right? Of, and things are starting to get better. So you're holding on to that, right? This is on, and it's looking like it's on an upswing. So the Hermit. And I think you wonder sometimes, Taurus, we have the star here for March. I think you wonder sometimes if you're meant to be on this journey, because oftentimes when we feel like we're being tortured by another human being, or like this cycle of being with another human being, we're like, is this just one big mistake? Am I wasting my time? What the hell is going on with this? Like, I've really got to get out of my own way. And some of that is true. Like some of it is that you really got to get out of your own way. And that might be the lesson, or that you really got to start learning how to love yourself independently. That might be the lesson, or like, whatever it is, but it's not a mistake. The star here in March makes me feel like whatever's going on with you during this time frame is part of your journey, and it's just part of what you're meant to be doing and the direction that you're meant to be going. And I know sometimes that's really hard to be okay with. There's that Hermit again. I think sometimes it's hard to be okay with it because it's not so uncomfortable. And at some point, it just gets annoying and tiring when you continue to cycle with a person over and over and over again. And you're just like, I just want to move on already. You have the choice to do, you are in control of that for sure. All you have to do is have the willpower to look at that person and be like, I am done cycling with you. Maybe that's the lesson. So for March with the star, we have the Hermit, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the star, you guys. So there's Aquarius energy afoot around here as well. This feels very detached. So I feel like in March, your focus, first of all, I feel like your focus is on making money. I know your focus is always on making money, but I feel like this particular instance right now in your life, your focus is on making money. And it may even be the distraction that you need in order to, but this feels very detached. Virgo energy, Aquarius energy. I don't know how much more detached you can get. Taurus energy. That is a detachment if you've ever, seen detachment. So, but you still have to, yes, you can detach from things because I feel like that's what you're doing. I feel like you just want to detach in March, and that's fine. And you can do that, but there's still a focus that you, I don't want to say you need to have, you should have, like, I'm not going to beat it into you, but it would be advantageous for you to remain focused on what it is, like, why are you making the money? What is the focus? To do it willy-nilly or in order to move forward in the future. Some of what you're doing and some of what's happening right now is in order for you to become more aware too. The Two of Cups on the Hermit. Okay. The Nine of Wands on the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Page of Wands with the King of Pentacles on the star. All right, so I truly feel like you're waiting to hear from a Virgo energy or that water energy or even the star energy. I feel like either you want to contact them or they're wanting to contact you. That's what that feels like. And here's the thing, Taurus, is regardless, there's something that feels like in March that's happening for your good, for like your best and highest, right? For your soul's best and highest good. Like there totally feels like there's something happening in March like that. And part of it is the surrender that you're that's being asked of you, right? This Nine of Wands on the Ace of Pentacles, um, surrendering to the money, the financial parts, surrendering to like this kind of feels like, you know, you may have some financial things that you really have to pay attention to in March. And so the best way to do that is to make sure that you're focusing on it, but surrender to the outcome, right? You don't know what the outcome's going to look like. So just kind of taking a step back and letting yourself figure it out. But I also feel like Page of Wands, if you've been waiting to hear from another earth sign or an Aquarius or a Virgo, which is an earth sign, I feel like you're going to hear from them in March. Or if you're wanting to reach out to one, March is going to be the month for you to do that. I feel like there's a conversation. I feel like you have a really close attachment to this person. Could be the same person we've been talking about this whole time. And there might have been a separation that happened. And now there's sort of a different coming together of sorts, if you will. So that's what that feels like. But there's also a really big surrender. There's something that's coming in for you. Could be a person, could be an experience, could be a situation, could be whatever, a new job. But there's this surrender quality that has to happen. And then we have the moon during the very ecliptic April. So with the moon, we can't see the path, right? We're doing it unknown. We're doing it in the dark. We're doing it with very little light. And, oh, wow. Okay. So we have the Five of Pentacles. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're feeling on the outside of things when it comes to a fire sign and a water sign in April. The Five of Pentacles is a lack mentality. And oftentimes it can be a very real lack that brings that lack mentality on. Sometimes it can just be a feeling of lack. And that feeling of lack can come from things from the past, and just, you know, very real, you know. So, but you feel on the outside, it almost feels like it's a triangle and you feel like you're on the outside of things. Let's see what this Five of Pentacles is. And I feel like you're not really going to understand why, right? Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of grief that's happening here. There could have been some kind of information that you heard, and I'm going to let them stay where they fell. That's what they want to do. They were being stubborn, so I'm going to let them stay where they fell. Okay. Five of Cups on the Five of Pentacles. There's grief. There's a lot of grief. When you have that lack mentality, there can be a lot of grief that goes on as well. I feel like for some of you, you want something from the water sign. and you want justice from the fire sign, and there's like a wish that you have with the water sign. Let's put it that way. The Five of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. For some of you, this feels like some of you are getting divorced in March, or you're starting that divorce process or something. The minute that I saw that justice card, it felt like legal proceedings were happening. So it may be a divorce, but it could also be other legal proceedings with justice. And it has to do with a fire sign. But whatever happens with that, yes, grief is absolutely necessary to have. But whatever happens with that, also in that grief, you also find some balance in your life, because through that grief, you make space. And then in that space, you get to fill it up with whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. Nine of Cups with the Queen of Cups. That Nine of Cups is the wish card. So I feel like whatever space is being made with this King of Wands, the water energy is able to come in. I feel like whatever space is being made, and you may have to grieve, you may have to say goodbye to somebody. And I feel like this is one of those situations where you have to look at it and be like, this is a situation where someone is going to get hurt no matter what. That's what I feel like the situation is. Okay. All right. So then we have the Emperor in May. So there's something that I feel like you're in control of, or you sort of like, this feels like you're the boss. The Emperor energy feels like you're the boss. You're in control of it. For some of you, this might be that you need to chill out and to not act like you're in so much control of things. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Is that what we got? Okay. So we have Temperance. You see what I mean? Chill out and not act like you're the boss. Knight of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you want to control how something comes in. You want to control the outcome of something. Page of Wands. You want to control the outcome of something. And I almost want to say that you're even waiting for a message. Temperance makes me feel like May is a month where you really need to chill out. May's going to have a lot of really fantastical astrological events happening. It has a lot to do with Jupiter and has a lot to do with Neptune. And so it's really going to be a really super spiritual month, and can be kind of confusing, but I think it might irritate some people, to be quite honest. I think for a lot of people, it's going to feel really good. And for some people, it's just going to be really irritating because nothing's going to make sense for a little bit. But we have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands here. And I feel like there's this rush to find out some kind of information. Okay. And you're trying to control the way that goes. And maybe the information is the ending of maybe it was that legal thing that was going on in April. You're like waiting to hear about it. And I feel like you get what you want. Like, I feel like that you actually get what it is that you are waiting for. So we have the Queen of Cups on Temperance. And so this really makes me feel like, so the Queen of Cups might be you. That might be your energy. And I think that was actually your energy in April as well, was the Queen of Cups. But I feel like you need to come into May with a temperate attitude, with some patience, because I do feel like you're going to hear what it is that you wanted to hear. And then even after that, you're going to have, you get to be like, you finally get to like have open space to start making decisions, because in June we have the Fool. So you hear something in May that gives you, almost allows you, or like gives you permission, if you will, to start something brand new and like have something totally brand new in June. We have the Nine of Cups on the sword. See, this is what I mean. You know, whatever the outcome's going to be, you can't rush to it. But I promise you, it's going to be, the outcome is going to be something that you want to happen. Even if you don't think it is. Even if in that moment you're like, oh my God, this is not what I thought it was going to be, it's still going to turn out in your favor. Down, maybe not instantly, could be down the road. Two of Pentacles, Page of Wands. So when you hear this information and you find out that it's in your favor, now you have some decisions that you get to make with your life. And I think that that was the point anyway. So just try not to control how the information is coming in. Don't have any expectations of how you're going to feel about the information coming in. Just let it do what it's meant to do for you. And then we have the Fool for June. The Fool is about having faith to start over again. And no matter how many times you have to fall on your face and do that, that's what you have to do. And so June, you're getting an opportunity to start something new. Start a new journey, start a new path. You even get the Ace of Wands. So you have the passion and the fire and the energy behind it. Here's the thing is, we have the Knight of Pentacles first. And then we have the Ace of Wands. And then we have the Seven of Wands. And so first I want to say, protect whatever it is you're starting at all costs. Whether you're starting a new relationship, whether you're starting a new job, whether you're starting a new business, whatever it is that you're starting, this is yours. That Seven of Wands says you put boundaries around yourself and you don't let anybody that you don't trust in it, right? You also have to not skip the steps. This is why you cannot rush into things. This next part of your life is going to bring a lot more opportunities to you, but you have, that was what the Temperance for, the patience was for, right? So let's see, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Seven of Wands. There we are. So this is really protecting your future, allowing yourself to protect your future. I'm just going to show you. The bottom of the deck was the Knight of Cups. So I really like that for June in a big way. Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. So there you are in your energy again, and really just, you know, taking your time and pacing yourself and not skipping the steps and doing things one at a time, right? And not allowing yourself to go from 0 to 100 without 1 through 99, okay? Wheel of Fortune on the Ace of Wands, just like I said. June and this new beginning and this new opportunity, if you can have enough faith to do it, really is going to shift some things for you, and it's going to bring other opportunities in, and you're probably going to be able to really utilize your passions and do a lot of things for yourself. And we have the Ten of Pentacles on the Seven of Wands. I want you to think about that protection that I was talking about. I want you to think about it as you're protecting your future. This is you securing and protecting your financial future and your stable future, your future, you know, all the stuffs, and allowing yourself to do that. So let you know, be open to receive with that Knight of Cups energy. Don't close yourself down, and have faith that you can do it, Taurus, because I know you can. Awesome. Take care of yourselves. I hope you guys have a wonderful first 6 months of the year, and I will see you soon. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.